Okay, Zebulon in Texas says, I work remotely and am planning to buy an RV, which you talked about recently, and travel for a year or two. I'm into genealogy and have accumulated a number of irreplaceable family mementos, which are stowed in a climate-controlled storage unit. I have seen unprecedented increase in the cost of storage in recent years. My Austin unit went from $120 to $250 a month in 3 years' time.
Wow.
And the one I have in North Texas has gone from 90 to 160 in 1.5 years. Is there no rent stabilization or rent control? As there are no rent stabilization or rent control laws in Texas, landlords can raise the rent by as much as they wish without notice. I was just wondering if you had any suggestions on a more economical and predictable way of storing my possessions safely.
So first of all, is it safe to have these very precious items in a storage unit? I don't think so. Storage units, because they are generally unstaffed so much of the 24 hours, they are a target for thieves. And these things are precious to you, and they're not going to be of much value to a thief, but if they take them, they're gone. So things that are very precious and valuable to somebody, having them in a storage unit, I don't like. And you can buy insurance for the possessions in a storage unit. They're not insured otherwise. You can buy that, but how do you value the sentimental? And what value could you get for older items like these? So this is a real problem. And my preference usually is if you've got a really good friend who's got space that you could pay them to rent space in their in their basement if they have one, garage, whatever.
As long as it's temperature
controlled, would be better than having it in a storage facility. Now, the thing on the rents, this is normal business operation. If I go to rent a unit at your storage unit in Austin, the other one you have in North Texas, and I'm a new tenant at that storage facility, odds are I'm being offered a unit at a fraction of the cost of what you're now paying. Storage unit operators treat existing tenants as sitting ducks because they know the hassle of you picking up and moving somewhere else where rent is lower. So they just run your rent up higher and higher and higher and higher. And then if you tell them, oh man, I can't afford this rent, I'm going to have to move, then they might offer you a cheaper deal to stay there. The other thing with storage facilities, they're allowed to change the rent month by month unless you prepay a year or so in advance. But as far as having your stuff in the storage facilities, because they are, your words, I'm looking at them right now, irreplaceable family mementos. Irreplaceable not financially, but emotionally and sentimentally. That's why I don't like them in one of these storage facilities.